Bryan, James, congratulations on being awarded Best Storyline of the Year. How does it feel, out of all the storylines and all the soaps, that the McDean storyline has been one of the biggest to impact on the soap audience?
As far as I'm concerned, I think it's the best award to win. Soaps are all about storylines, and without them, there's no soap. So it's a huge honour, I think, to win this award. And thanks very much to everyone that voted.
And being the mastermind behind the storyline, what was it that you think captured the audience?
Do you know what? I think it's just the fact that it was a straightforward, simple love story and nothing more complicated than that. It was, boy meets boy, and that was it. And sometimes it's a bit of a lesson to us for getting too carried away with massive twists and turns in storylines. That actually the one that wins award is the one that everyone can identify with.
And for you both, what was the standout moment in the storyline?
I think there's a couple, aren't there? The airport, obviously the big climax, I'd say, and the reveal maybe as well. The big reveal in the dog, where it all kicked off and we had lots of characters and fighting. And
Yeah, for me, I think it was that double episode with the pub, because I think Louis Batley was brilliant in those episodes as well, and she's always a kind of forgotten component when we talk about John, Paul and Craig, because it was about Sarah and Hannah as well for a lot of the time. And she was outstanding in those episodes. I know the McDean fans' favourite is the one where Craig went to John Paul for the first time. Obviously that's a standout, but the airport, for me, I thought the airport was just as good as we could have made it. And James and I and Guy spoke a lot about that episode, and I know there was a few concerns from the guys, but I do think it was as good an end point to the story as we could have hoped.
And from its inception, Bryan, did you ever think that the concept of the storyline would be as successful as it has been?
God, not at all, not at all. I've said this a few times in interviews, but this storyline was part of the inception of this storyline was at my first ever story conference in January 2006, and it was a tiny little germ of an idea, and I had no idea that be sort of accepting awards for it like over 2 years later. So that's a bit mad. You never know. You never know what's gonna work, what's not gonna work, and equally there've been things that I've really thought would capture the public's imagination that haven't. Likewise, I never thought this would be as popular as it has been.
Fantastic. And finally, I think I ask you both this every time I see you, and I think you know what's coming. Do you ever plan to resolve the storyline and maybe do a McDean does Dublin?
Don't know. Never thought about it, Chris. I have to acknowledge the sunset ending campaigners. I've never known anything like it. We take the cards, the pictures, the chocolates, the mania. I take them to the story conference and show them to the writers. The writers receive them themselves. Honestly, thank you so much to everyone that sent it in. It's insane, but it's really, really gratifying. And as to whether we'll have a sunset ending, I really, really don't know at this moment. But I know how popular it would be, and I'd be a fool not to pursue it as an idea. That's all I can say for now.
Fantastic. Congratulations once again, and thanks for your time.
Cheers, Chris.
Thank you.